Dearest beloved Divine Friends family, welcome to In the Raw. RK is Guyana Free Media, and I'm your friend and your host, Haji Dr. Ocean Khan. You know, friends and family, I am a Guyanese citizen. I really cannot stand and take it when people are trying to destroy someone who is positive, someone who is a contributor, a company, a person, individual, a group. It is truly a hurtful and a painful thing to me. And again, we're going on Mohamed Enterprises, and this is based on an article which has been sent around in Canada and in the Indo-Caribbean and in the Caribbean and the Guyana newspapers and so on. It's Mohamed Enterprise amply qualified for contracts and socially generous by Dr. Vishnu Bisram. This was published on August 28, 2021. I'm going to read you that here in the raw. Mohamed Enterprise issued a press release in response to grumbling about it being contracted to construct buildings. Mohamed Enterprise is known for gold mining. Not unexpectedly, some in the public feels it lacks the skills for construction. But that's because the commentary now, because they don't know. Mohamed Enterprise is also one of the largest importers, exporters of gold, diamond, and valuables, giving opportunities and good money to those people who would be otherwise cheated for the raw gold and for the diamonds and valuables. But then, he's also a large-scale importer and distributor in the country of electronic equipment for homes like fridges, freezers, and all kinds of such equipment for household use and so on. Further, he is a large-scale distributor of clothing and suitings and so on in the country. The man is an entrepreneur blessed with many skills and talents and is dedicated to developing and helping this great magnificent country of Guyana. Some of us entrepreneurs, yours truly too, I might go myself into a construction industry. I have the skill, I have built some of my own properties. Brother Shell Nazar Mohammed, as he's known, Shell by those who love him, he has built 2 properties for me in Atlantic Gardens. So this is, some of you don't know this, people don't broadcast these things. So those of you who don't know, you must ask. But in addition to that, this writer is saying that the man is also socially generous. He's always been like that. A true patriot of Guyana. And a true Guyanese powerhouse, blessed with skills and talent. I continue. Having mining skills should not exclude it from construction or other business. That's why Mohamed Enterprise comprises everything. I also own a company called RK's Enterprise, within which RK's Royal Realtors fall. And I might add to it construction, because I've been constructing some of my own buildings. I have a team for that. And I've been maintaining buildings as well, my own and others, or buildings that I manage. So it is called an enterprise, RK's Enterprise. Having mining skills, okay, fine, yes, in the raw. If a company has the ability and capacity to construct buildings for the state, then it should be given consideration for contracts or anything else. Roads, dams, bridges, any damn thing. Consideration for contracts should be based on equitable and fair treatment of companies that put in bids or tenders. I do not know how many companies put in bids and their costs or competence. The state determines qualification criteria, and as I know, according not necessarily the cheapest. You know, they say the cheapest. Just give it to the cheapest. So some people catering for that cheapest, and they run away. We know what happened with the contractor at the St. Rose's High School. Courtney, Ben, and so on, they couldn't finish the job. They collected the money, and now they might be going to court according to reports and so on in the media and so on. Also, other areas, like in up the highway, Yarrow Cabra area, a big industrial magnate, favorite of the former APNU, given contracts and was even awarded 29 or 25 million above the bid price. Because one man in the government, in the Ministry of the Presidency, he probably wanted his cut at that time, in 2015 to 2020. And they fell apart. They couldn't do the bloody job. So it had to be retendered and given out. So what are we to do? If other people can do it, who have the skills and ability to operate businesses, then why not? I was talking about tendering, ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, and the criteria. There are some people believe it's the cheapest, and we saw what happened with the APNU AFC favorite contractor through one of the big men, the bully, the yard bully, the warlord, his big good friend, and they added about 25 or 29 million to a tender. I never see something like this, as if it was his own personal bank account, you know. So he passed instructions that $29 million to be added, which many people believe that it had to have been, it had to be perks, personal perks, or commission, so to say. So under the circumstances, and what the point I'm trying to make also, the lowest tender is not always good. We had this in security too. When people tendering below cost, the government couldn't pick it up. The tender board couldn't pick it up. And some of them were in cahoots with those security services, and they're stealing the NIS to make up for their profits, and the VAT, and the NIS. Now the government need to have a system set to catch the VAT. Very simple. All those who have GRA, Government of Guyana, Minister of Finance, all those who have government contracts, you know the kind of a VAT they're receiving. And you should have a system in the GR that automatically shows that the VAT they declare is wrong. And simply for the NIS. If a contract called for 300 guards or 50 guards, the NIS would know it called for about 50. Let us say you run short of 5 guards or 3 guards, fine, at least 45. Or 50, 300, at least 275, 280 for NIS. So it's so simple to catch these guys. Anyhow, let me get back to my article here. Mohamed Enterprises provided evidence of its ability, according to Vishnu Mishram, of its ability to construct buildings. I don't think Mohamed Enterprises has a shortage of skills, labor, capital, and other resources to put up buildings. Well, I can tell you, the man doesn't have anything of that. He never advertises. Can you believe that? Mohamed Enterprises never advertises for supervisors, security guards, builders, subcontractors, anything. They're coming to him because he has the finance resources. So yes. So the man is equipped. So I don't think Mohamed Enterprise has a shortage of skills, labor, capital, and other resources to put up buildings. And as such, it should be considered for tenders or bids in construction or in any other areas. Of course. Once you have, you see, and most of it has to do with your blessing, you know, your DNA, your ability to run a business, your ability to administrate it. Mr. Mohammed, who is the CEO, founder, director of the company, will not put up the building himself. He will contract a company and workers with the competence to carry out the task, subcontractors, so to say, at times. The company will also be held responsible and accountable for its work, not the subcontractor. Delivery of the product is how it should be, judged not by mining background or in mining background. What impresses me about Mohamed Enterprise is corporate social responsibility. I don't know of other companies funding social and religious activities and donating to worthwhile causes as much as Mohamed Enterprises, well, my company, RK's Guidance Security Services, does this, but we don't always show it out, but we show some. Recently, the company funded the studies of a youngster. I organized several cultural programs in Guyana. I never approached Mohamed Enterprise to sponsor social and cultural programs. I went to other Indian-owned companies appealing, pleading, begging for sponsorship of Indian cultural activities, including Pagwa, and commemorating Indian arrival. I came up empty. The owners of 2 businesses on Wall Street shockingly asked how their companies will benefit from donating to worthwhile causes or funding Indian cultural activities. I know, I understand that. And those 2 companies got billions of dollars in contracts from the government and also received land to build houses from which they earn millions of dollars. And they are still getting government contracts, although their specialty is not construction or buildings. They put up very good buildings. In other companies that are not in construction, Vishnu is saying, Dr. Vishnu Vishram, if other companies are not in construction, can be given contracts to put up buildings, why not Mohamed Enterprises, he says. But I'm telling you, Mohamed Enterprises is very experienced in putting up buildings. And has already put up several impressive buildings. Right. Good, thank you. Come to the point here, Vishnu. Is it better to give contracts to a company with a history of giving and supporting charitable causes than a company that I described above? Is it better for a Guyanese company to be given contracts than foreign Chinese companies or others? The buildings will not be put up by gold diggers, yes, Vishnu, but by experienced engineers, carpenters, plumbers, electricians, and other competent construction workers. Mohamed Enterprises is qualified and competent and has unlimited resources to execute state-funded construction. Yours truly, Vishnu Mishra, and it is me, yours truly, Haji Dr. Ocean Khan, in the raw, saying thank you and farewell, friends.